What's going on, guys? My name is Angie Pants and welcome back to another anime review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Nichijou, which was an anime recommended to me by Mr. Reckless Penguin, whose link will be down in the description below. As always, if you enjoyed this review, leave a like and tell me what you thought of this anime. So let's get right into this review. I'm not going to mince words here, gentlemen. The story for this show is somewhat non-existent. The only real premise of the story is the student's life as they go through high school. But I can honestly say that I felt that this show did not need a deep and meaningful story to be great. This anime consists of over 200 short clips. Some go along with the progression of the story, like My Ordinary Life, which are usually longer, and there are also short, unrelated clips like Helvetica Standard. My favorite of which being the clips with the Professor and Nano, because they're just so darn cute. And I'm going to go ahead and roll one of those for you guys right about now. If that wasn't the cutest thing ever, I don't know what is. Telling the story in this way accentuated this show's style of comedy. This show uses over-exaggeration of things that happen in ordinary life in a way that makes it complete and utter hilarity throughout. It also uses these short clips to convey things that make no sense whatsoever. The anime style of comedy is where it truly shines, and this show pulls it off so well that I just have to applaud it. Things like the school's principal wrestling a deer, dropping a piece of sausage turning into a full-on cinematic experience, and a robot, somehow made by a 8-year-old girl, trying to integrate into normality. When it comes down to it, this show is one of the funniest things I've seen in my entire life. The only flaw I can find in the entire show is with the love interest between the main character Mio and Sasahara. I felt this connection was completely unnecessary because it seemed like they forgot about it immediately after they introduced it. There is another character in the show whose entire existence in the show is having feelings for Sasahara but denying them. Around the end of the show, Mio sees the two together and becomes upset that Sasahara chose someone else over her. In the end, they reintroduced it, but by that time I either forgotten about it or was wondering where the heck it went. If they would have reintroduced it sooner, or even more often, it wouldn't be that big of a problem. By the way they did it, it made it seem irrelevant. But in the end, I felt this anime did everything perfectly when it came to the story. As I mentioned, the story, and lack thereof, actually fit with the story style and made it better overall. I cannot say enough about the characters in this anime. They are original, individual, and some of the best I've ever seen. They each have qualities about them that make them great. Not to mention character designs are perfect respectively, and fit so well that it adds to these fantastic characters. Personalities are all over-exaggerated and unique, adding to the ever-present comedic aspect of this anime. Yuko is outspoken, passionate, and sometimes ignorant, always forgetting her homework and being forced to stand in the hallway. Mai is an introverted, very soft-spoken character with a strange sense of humor. Mio is somewhat in between, serving as the voice of reason between the two. Nano is a robot who wants nothing more than to be normal, or at least have the giant key taken out of her back. She starts off as solely a mother figure for the professor, but later begins to attend school and befriends the three previously mentioned. Last but certainly not least is the professor. She is an 8-year-old girl who somehow created Nano and loves snacks. She's my personal favorite character, both on personality and design. I swear she is so freaking cute. There is also a wide variety of side characters who, surprisingly, none of them I dislike. This consists of a science teacher whose sole purpose is to capture and experiment on Nano, a talking cat, a kid with a mohawk who is interested in the paranormal, and a girl who is somehow allowed to bring mass weaponry to school. Just like the story, character development is non-existent but not needed. Characters were as close to perfect in this anime as they come, and I thoroughly enjoyed each and every one of them. Can I just say, for a slice of lifestyle anime, the animation went above and beyond my expectations. The animation for this show would have been good in an action, so the fact that this type of animation is in an anime as simple nature as this one makes it that much better. It does an exceptional job of playing upon the over-exaggerated nature of the show, and everything comes together with perfection. The changes in the facial expressions of the characters as they react to what's going on around them adds hilarity to the scenes, and the over-exaggerated, over-the-top art style complements the comedic style, which seems to be a recurring theme for the show. The art style is incredible, making all the characters seem very cute. The character designs were perfect, each accentuating their respective characters flawlessly. Overall, I can't find any flaws with the art style or the animation. I felt that everything was done extremely well. I'm going to start off by saying that Katana Katari had my favorite opening of all time until this anime. If you can listen to the openings and are not in love with them, you're dead inside. The soundtrack is some of the best I've heard in any anime to date. The tracks bring out the best in all the scenes, the soundtrack fits the show, and the openings are, as I said, the best I've ever heard. Overall, this show is one of the best I've experienced. This anime's comedic style had me in stitches the entire time, and it was a very enjoyable anime experience. The story, although simple, is well done. Characters are perfect, animation and art style are flawless, and soundtrack is above and beyond. I would give the story an 8, characters a 9, animation a 10, soundtrack a 10, and personal enjoyment a 10 as well, giving this anime an overall score of 9.4. I would recommend this anime to anyone who can appreciate comedy, and this is a fantastic anime, definitely worthy of a watch for absolutely anyone. So I hope you guys enjoyed my anime review of Nichijou. If you guys did, please leave a like down below. It makes me very happy. And leave a comment down below what you thought of this anime if you've seen it. If you have not, I highly recommend you watch it. This anime just does everything well. You know, maybe even worthy of like a spot on my top 5 list at either number 3, number 2, or number 1. I haven't really decided yet, but this anime is definitely worthy of a watch if you haven't seen it. And if you have, tell me what you thought in the comments down below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Later.